Welcome back to the channel. We are continuing on with our journey through Sakuna of Rice and Ruin. We have finally made it to where we will be living. Or I guess where the main hub of the story takes place. So you will see a lot of me conversating with the characters, just trying to get a base of where we're moving forward. It looks like we are on a weather cycle, because in the top right corner you can see that it's spring 2 out of 3. Looks like midday. Cleaning up all of these little check marks, or the little, not check marks, exclamation points. Saying like frog caught and released, picking up some wormtail, or horsetail. I thought the other one was wormtail. But I'm not sure what this is doing, but I'm just gonna let it play out. Probably should talk to all the characters, see if there is some instructions that I'm missing. But, you know, just like to hop into a game and get exploring from where we last left off. So this is, luckily for us, I found some tools in the storehouse. Pop in the storehouse, find out what's in here. This is part of the game where it becomes more so the growing simulator. I believe I've said that before. Is that this is like part 2D, side-scrolling, beat-em-up game, and then this 3D open world rice growing simulator. Reminds me of like Harvest Moon, where you're making sure to tend to your plants, but of course, it makes sense that the title of this game is Sakuna, Rice and Ruin, so the main focus is to grow rice. We got our little Tama just chilling here by the fire, and then for some reason I want to call her Myrrh. Like, all I can think of is like frankincense and myrrh when I see her name. And she just seems to be like the character that sticks out the most in all of this. Like, I understand like she's supposed to be like the foreigner traveler to the land. Love some sweet little fast glitchy moves there, you know? All pro gamer. I really also love the art style of this game. I think that it's something that holds up very nicely. It's very beautiful. Also, everything running through the Switch. So, one of the main reasons I was drawn to this game is because of not only the art style in the 3D sections, but the art style in the 2D sections. And when I'm referencing 2D to 3D, I know it's like the animations and art are still 3D in the like side-scrolling parts. I just remember it's like 2D of the planes that you can do XY axis instead of XYZ axis, like here in the 3D. What is this cave from the exterior? Long ago, your father, Lord. Oh my god. This is a problem. I need to slow down so I can read all of this, and I just button mash sometimes. Just a little bit more backstory about her parents. She is a goddess of the, like, I believe it's like god of war and the goddess of harvest. Lord Takaribi's writings. Share the knowledge with each other. Lord Takaribi penned The Art of Battle. Ooh. Ashigumo tribe. I'm not sure what these scrolls are. Maybe they are level up, or is... I'll have to look into my inventory and see what these actual scrolls are. I feel like they may be something I can use, or... Let's just go through... Ooh. Treasured traveling hat. I got some skills. Oh, so these are my raiment skills, fighting skills. Okay. So probably should have something attached to my A button. So SP, I believe that's going to be my mana, materials, key items. Okay, so these are pretty much just telling you how to play the game and what type of, or pretty much just like tutorial scrolls. That's pretty cool. I like that instead of it being a menu, is that you find ways how to be better at this game. So far pretty impressed with the learning system too. Like, a lot of this is organically, a lot of this is me just running around trying to figure out the buttons for myself instead of the game specifically telling me to do so. I think at a point or another the game will sort of guide my hand and teach me things, but for the time being it's sort of allowing you to just like go ahead, explore on your own, figure out how this game works. So we got our first little like side area away from the major home, and we are in our first area where we're having this side-scrolling battle. So just getting used to back the controls, making sure, knowing like the slashing, tricking certain areas of terrain will cause items to appear. So I'm collecting clay from that material deposit. So I know material gathering is very important for two aspects of this game. One, I believe, is for fertilizer that you can put on your crops so that they grow, or your rice, because that's what we're growing, that will give them certain like bonus aspects. And then food, which you need to regain, I believe, like stamina and healing. So you'll be able to have to like create certain different types of food options. I believe that would make sense from what I'm gathering so far, because I've seen I had like some rabbit meat, wood, clay, some wheat. I think stuff that would like compost very well, I would say. Fallen leaves, hemp. So yeah, this makes sense that it seems like you gather materials for part food consumption and part fertilizer construction. Jeez, just really bad with the speech today. Like always, you know, that's the one thing consistent about my videos, is that you know I will have a flub when talking. So stay for that, you know. Like, comment, and subscribe. Just like every time I mess up. So just keep spamming that like button, because there will be like 3 or 4 more times of that. I like these owl creatures. I think they're owls, showing that you defeat them. Is that all? I hardly broke a sweat. There may yet be some in hiding. Okay, so ingredients that look edible. So I shall heed your counsel. Let's return home and feast. Oh, I can pop open the menu at any time and return to the world map. Definitely want to collect up all the materials that are here so that I'm actually able to... Oh, and I got an exploration objective as well. Okay, so it looks like each level has certain tasks for you to complete. And once you do, you unlock, I guess, different areas. But I was right with the call out of like when you're collecting items for food, it's for food. I've also changed the speaking language to Japanese because the speaking language being English was just destroying me.
一体何があったんじゃ。
こいつ種もみば水さ流してしまっただ。
なんじゃと。それじゃもう米はできるのか。
手元に残ったのはわずか一つ。
聞けば野良仕事は見よう見まねでろくろくできた試しがねえんだと。まったくとんでもねえ足柄みでねえが。
でかいのお主任せろと申しておらんかったか。
恐れながら実はそれがしには武芸だけではなく何の才もありませぬ。野良仕事の下手の横好き、いつも百姓たちの邪魔になってばかりにござりました。この島で稲作を知る者はそれがしのみとお見受けし、こたびこそはと奮起してみたのではござりまするが、面目次第はありませぬ。かくなる上は腹を切って。
そういうことを申しておるのではない。
やめせやめせ。死ぬならおいらたちの目が届かんとこでやれ。
お主の死など誰も望んでおらんわ。みんな
食い出が減るのは悪くねえかもなや。こいつ恋で食う量だけは5人前だ。まったくさもしいもんだべ。
なぜ田植えも傷つけるですか。田植えも優しい、失敗あるだけです。見るって柳と美と違うますばわかる。絶対おかしい今。もうわかったわかった。捕らいの者にこう頭から叱られては立つ瀬がないわい。見る手と言ったかの。お主に免じてここは矛を収めるとしよう。今宵は皆わしが取ってきた肉でも食うて早う寝てしまえ。お主もそれでよいな。おお、今度は何じゃ。見るて利用理得意です。今日は私の国の料理作ります。じゃおいしい。おお主の国の料理か。どこだか知らんがそいつは楽しみじゃの。ならばこの肉を任せるとしよう。しっかりやってくれ。オッケー。見るって頑張ります。
Have to say, the voices definitely sound way better with Japanese as speaking language. No, and then this looks like just the resting period, or like this is where you recover strength, HP. I'm gonna guess like your stamina meter. I believe the rice in the side-scrolling portion is your stamina meter. But we shall see. We're progressing through the days pretty fast.
次はいよいよ田植えですが。
田植えなら任せられるのか。
いつぞやは張り切りすぎて苗を潰し、後ろ足であぜを崩してしまい。
めちゃくちゃではないか。
そこまで行くと下手とかそういう類の話ではないぞ。おい友達、何を見ておる。まさかこれ以上わしに働けと申すのではあるまいな。考えてもみよ。奉納する稲を北条氏自ら作ってはおかしいではないか。
いえいえ、何一つおかしなことなどございません。我が国の北条神とは元来そうしたもの。お母上の豊花様はもちろん、 主神カムヒツキ様ですら毎年の田植えはしておいでなのですぞ。
なんということじゃ。一番偉いカムヒツキ様までもが働いておられるようでは困る。
ですがこうなっては人の子らには任せられぬでしょう。他には女子供たちばかりなのですから。なーに、きっとうまくいきますとも。おひい様は他ならぬ豊花様の血を引いておられるのです。
知識だけは自信がござりまする。それがしがお教えいたしましょう。
昨日の今日で偉そうにするってないわ。
So it looks like it's going to be our responsibility to plant the rice. I believe this is where the fertilizer is supposed to go, in that hole. But, oh, jumping right into it. So we take seedlings and then we just throw them into the ground. I'm not 100% sure how I'm supposed to be doing it. I do like, well, I'm not sure if I like, but I'm saying it's interesting that they have the option to let the CPU do it, or Taimon, to attempt it. So I believe that would just be like the fast process instead of you actually attempting to do it yourself. So I wonder if there's just like progression throughout the game where if you create a baseline of like, if you allow them to do it, it's always going to be like 60% or like 70% or good, not good. I'm not sure how this game rates you, but it's interesting that it allows you, first of all, to do it yourself or let the CPU do it. But I think it's really nice that it gives you a little bit of explanation of like what you're supposed to be doing without just fully being like, all right, here's easy mode. And I believe that's also because of the default settings that I chose when we first started playing this game. So right now it's time for a little bit of relaxing planting. I have never grown rice before in my life, so I am not even sure if I'm planting this correctly. I don't know if that will be accurate, if I need to know how to do it, but I think also you gain skills and abilities the more you do this, so hopefully my sweet skills will tell me just like, hey, where I should be planting these. Because I feel like I'm just trying to make even rows throughout. I'm not sure. Like I said, is this too close, too far? I'll probably get a rating at the end of this that will let me know how good or bad I did. So fingers crossed that we're doing good so far. I have a strange feeling that I'm not, but we shall find out. It's also interesting, so the controls right now are like inverted, so you're still moving the way that you're moving, but the back is facing the different way. Okay, so spacing was too far apart, so I probably need to group them up a little bit more dense. Finished at last. Oh, you did a fine job. Nice. I'm getting the encouragement that I needed. Pulling out weeds that sprout. Right water level. Okay. So, like I said, this game is focused on you are now free to hunt. Okay. Some more story progression. Let's talk to this young man. Okay, I'm just making sure that I'm not going to be like speaking over any talking. So like some cutscenes they go full on talking, some cutscenes it is the text bubbles, so Gotta appreciate either or. So it's Quinta, I believe, is looking to make a blade. So yeah, it's not like a wave sword around or anything. Ooh, lines of craftsman. Oh, so is this the like he's gonna make our weapons so we can like upgrade our weapons? It's not. Oh, you can make a kitchen knife. I'd need a forge to teach you. Okay, this definitely sounds like Quinta is going to be our weapon specialist of the game. So looks like he needs a forge. So we'll probably get some more like sweet weapons out of him. Hopefully with proper materials and skill levels. Becoming a blacksmith, so I need clay, stone, and wood. Enough water to submerge your ankles. Alright, so let's get the water going in here. Open this up. I actually do like the texturing and how you can slowly see the areas be covered with the glint of water. So I'm trying to get the view of because he said ankle height, trying to get that going to see how much that really is. I think, I'm not sure if that was good enough, but you know, we'll give it for what it is. I think it could use a little bit more. But yeah, so when you look at a rice, you can hit X to check, and it will give the ranking. So it has, I think it's octagonal. The octagonal shape are each different types of growth for your rice that give you benefits into the skills that you have, such as SP, strength, vitality, overall health, and I think like nourishment. So it is important to grow a well-rounded rice in all different aspects, because I don't think you want to just like barrel into a build of like just pure strength or just pure magic, as we'll call it, because that's usually what I think of like when it comes to like, is SP skill points? No, I think SP of like magic. So far, with learning the controls, the fighting feels good. The one thing I think I've mentioned in last time's video is that I usually am holding the thumbstick in a certain direction. So as soon as I hit X, I do a dash. I just need to learn to leave the stick in a neutral position when I'm fighting, so that it makes it a little bit easier not to trigger moves that I don't want to use. You'll probably see from what I've watched of this gameplay, or from what I've seen of gameplay, that I'll probably be revisiting certain areas maybe 2-3 times, maybe even like, I would say probably, hopefully no more than 10 times, but like some of the levels, this one has like a night goal, and so we'll have to figure out what that is. So your stomach is growling until you satiate your hunger. You won't recover health. Okay. In order to fill your belly, you need to return home and rest. So yes, upper left-hand corner next to my health bar, there was a meter that depletes over time. So the more you go out and exploring, your fullness meter. So I'm at 0 of 100. So I need to return home, have another meal, and probably sleep through the night. So far, pretty interesting. Just like overall storyline. Like I said, I think since that I'm in the beginning stages of this game, I haven't cracked to be like fully free. I think I'm still on a rail in terms of storyline and how things are going to progress. Like, I don't think no matter what I do to the rice that I'm going to be able to get it up to like 100%. But definitely like this aspect of cleaning out the area around you, making sure to Like, you have to pull the weeds, you have to make sure that there are no pests eating away at your rice, which I believe, like, spiders, frogs, and all of that jazz, which I'm picking up with the percentages are. So hopefully that is helping my rice overall. And then I'm gonna rest. I'm not 100% sure this is the proper way to rest. It just seems like I'm sitting. Also, have to say that I do enjoy that there is seasonal weather, so that you do have like rain, you have summer, you have like winter, rain, you have spring, which brings rain, you have summer, and then you have winter. So I think like you want to have your rice in certain points during those aspects, because that will give you the most benefits in overall. So another recipe being taught, maybe, or learned. Oh, I need one more acorn than I currently have. Oh, this is interesting. So I talked to her to have dinner, which I believe replenishes my stats. I don't know if, like, I'm going crazy, but I do like the background noises. Just like the fire crackling. It almost sounds like crickets. Even just the general, like, initial talking noise. I think the audio engineering on this game is pretty solid, I would say. It sounds really good. There's definitely a lot of layers to how it sounds, and even in the scenes where it's just mostly text running across the screen, you're still getting a vibrant atmosphere being piped into your headphones. And then we're getting just a little bit more story about like what's going on, how these people come to be. Yeah, like we really know very little, except they were trying to cross the bridge and find some food, so. So it looks like there will be scenes where you just can't skip, and that you will have to go through and learn progression of the story, which, once again, I think is super smart way of doing it. You also have the option at night to get back to work, so in case there is something that needs to be done, like pulling weeds, you can go ahead and do that as well. This is like, I'm ranting and raving, and I've only played this game for maybe a little bit over an hour. We can go out to the world map, since one of the things was to defeat enemies at night. Oh, it's dark. This is darker than dark can be. I wonder if there is any aspects that change during the night. Oh, okay. I am weak, or the enemies are way stronger at night because I'm doing 1 damage, and I am not even chipping away at these life bars of these guys. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe I'll try to find them out. I'm not sure. Well, I'll probably be wrapping up here soon. If you liked the video, please leave a like. Comment down below what you'd like to see more of. Hopefully you guys enjoyed me not talking during the speaking sessions. Hit that subscribe button, hit that bell notification like it's a dangly thing in the back of Cardi B's throat, and have a good one.